Hey guys, Keith from Geekland, and today we're talking about our new Hizo Neo. This is a new E13 model, the E13 because it's a 13-inch electric model, so 13-inch stone left to right and front to back, being a square quarter-right stone. This particular model is basically coming in two different colors at the moment. We've got the black and the orange, but we would love to hear your thoughts. If you want other colors, put it in the comments below. And if we get a lot of comments on a specific color, we'll make another one for you guys as well. Now, being obviously an E model that's electric, it can be standard on a standard 10 amp power point. Now, this is a massive revolution because it's one of the first ovens we've been able to go up to this high 450 degree temperature, but power on a standard 10 amp power socket. So this is a huge benefit. You can get away from using gas and fossil fuels to heat up your pizzas. Don't have the hassle of lighting any wood to light up your pizza oven and sit around there for hours while it heats up. All you do is plug it in, crank up the temperature, and within 20 minutes, the stone is heated through and you can start cooking your beautifully crusty pizzas. The entire oven is absolutely beautifully made. It's got this powder-coated steel shell. It's also got the die-cast aluminium hood. And then if you have a look at the door, you can see that it's triple glass. Now, the reason why it's triple glass is to have superior insulation on the door so don't get too much heat loss. And that means you've got very even temperatures inside the oven. So if you're sick and tired of using a gas oven and having to get a pizza turner and turn the pizza all the time, that is a thing of the past. You can actually chuck a pizza in this oven and not even have to turn it, and you're gonna get a beautifully cooked pizza as well. The settings are pretty straightforward and intuitive to use. On the left-hand side, you've just got a whole lot of presets here. So the first time you revolve the temperature dial here, it'll basically choose between these presets and highlight which ones are which. So you've got bake, air fry, pan pizza, New York style. You've also got thin crust Napolitano and steak. If you keep turning the dial clockwise, it'll eventually just go into the set temperature. If you just know the exact temperature you want, you can just use this setting and set up to a maximum of 450 degrees Celsius. So let's say you want really hot for Napolitana, you can go right up there. You'll see this oven's just been turned on cold. It takes about 20 minutes to heat up to get the stone, at the right consistent temperature all the way through. And you can see the numbers or the bars here will gradually build up to 450 degrees. So you can see, where you are on that chart and know how far away from the set temp you are. If you move over the middle here, you've got the difference between the top heat and the bottom heat. So as you know, there's an element at the top here, which you can see in there, and there's one underneath the stone. Now, if you obviously want all stone heat, you go like that, or all top heat, you go like that. Look, generally most pizzas I cook, I just have it halfway in between, have half top and half bottom. Look, if you're hammering pizzas over at a very fast rate, you might find your stone cools down a little bit and you might just switch it over to a little bit more stone heat. So once you get up to temperature, you'll be able to use the timer knob, so you can set just an audible alarm here based on how many minutes you want that pizza to cook. So just go like that. For instance, let's say I've got a 2-minute cook time, and then you'll hear the audible alarm go off when that pizza is ready. So we've spared no expense on the internals of the oven as well. As you can see in here, it's all stainless steel internally in the oven. There's that element at the top. It's also got a handy light so you can see what's going on. You can see how far your pizza's cooked without even having to open the door. And of course, you've got that element right under the stone, and that is what's going to give you those crispy bases. A handy accessory that I would totally recommend to keep your oven in tip-top condition are these covers. Now, these covers are fairly straightforward. They've got elastic around the edge, so you just go over the oven like that. Then on the underside, you'll see these straps like that, which buckle together and then tighten up like this, and then you just pull these straps to make it nice and tight. And it's also got this carry handle just on top of the bag as well. At the moment, we've got two colors available. We've got the black and also this Valencia orange. But if you want to see other colors, please let us know and put in the comments below what other colors you'd like to see. So when it comes to these small format pizza ovens, electric has a massive advantage over gas, in my opinion. It still gets up to the same temperature as you can get into a conventional gas oven. So getting that leopard skin and crispy base is absolutely easy to do in an electric oven. But the other thing is you end up with a much more even oven temperature. So when you look at an oven like this, as you can see, the whole oven closes with this door. Now, because we've got a triple glass door on this, it's also quite well insulated, meaning the gradient from front to back in temperature is extremely close to each other. So in most instances, you'll chuck a pizza in here, be able to cook it all the way till it's done without even having to turn the pizza at all. Now, looking at a gas pizza oven on the other hand, so let's say we're talking about a 12, 13, 14, or even up to 16-inch pizza oven, there's not a lot of working space in there, as you can imagine. And the other thing is, because gas is burning actually a flame, you need to feed that flame with oxygen. And the only way we can make these ovens pass all the gas regulation standards is to have a lot of oxygen allow to come into that front door to feed that flame efficiently. Now, the problem with that is when you have this huge, cubic meters of oxygen flowing through the front of the door, you're going to end up with a cold side of the oven where the door is, and therefore you're going to end up with a large gradient in temperature on the stone, and that forces you into the position where you have to, turn the pizza around. Now, that is not that bad on a big oven. If you've got a massive Gosney dome or something like that, you've got a lot of working room in there, and then you can shuffle the pizza around pretty easily. The problem with when you get to smaller and smaller pizza ovens is you simply don't have that. You can get a situation where the back of the stone is extremely hot and the pizza's starting to burn, or it's already finished cooking, and then the front of the oven where the door is or the opening is, where all that oxygen's flowing in, that can be sometimes completely wet dough. So you're trying to turn this pizza, which is, overcooked and not even set on one side, and that can be a real nightmare, especially if you're a beginner in the pizza game. So if you're getting a compact oven, I would say electric wins hands down, in my opinion. That's it for this intro video on the Hizo Neo E13. If you guys want to hear about any other cool stuff that's coming out, definitely subscribe now, bottom right-hand corner. We're gonna have a whole bunch of other new pizza videos coming out very soon. So we've got a pizza chef we're gonna work with, and we're also gonna go out to a restaurant and compare some of these ovens with some of the other ovens that are out there, so you can sort of see how they stack up. But these are available on the website now, and definitely subscribe now so you get notified when the other videos on all this pizza stuff come out shortly.